Ooni cannot contain his joy. Yes, he literally cannot contain his joy as every single thing is falling in pleasant places in regards to Naomi's return back into the palace. So as it is right now, it has a new development has broke out as Ooni is celebrating so much. So my people, the Ooni has taken it to the public to tell every single one that if you had a 70% assurance of Naomi's returning to the palace, it is time to top it up to 90% because there is so much joy in his heart concerning Naomi's return back into the palace. Now, Ooni is excited because finally he will be reunited with the woman he loves dearly, the woman who has a son for him, and both of them will be coming back home. Yes, because the last time Tadenika was brought into the palace, it was just for a few days, but Naomi came and took him away because the boy still needs motherly care and motherly attention, of course. Naomi is not willing to leave anybody then to that duty as it stands right now. So my people, Oni have really tried overtime. Yes, Oni has tried overtime so much to make sure that every single thing concerning Naomi's return goes very well. That is why you see there Miriam, Ronke, Tobi, every single person fighting tirelessly, and they are not the only wives Oni has. Yes, Ashley, Elizabeth, Temitope, these three persons are not the only wives Oni has, but the way they keep coming out at each occasion, it has become very alarming. So the Oni now he has built walls, those walls that seem quite a thing that they cannot penetrate, and he is actually celebrating at this point because one problem Olori Naomi had before now, even the last time Naomi was meant to return back into the palace, Naomi doesn't want drama. And nobody will blame her for not wanting drama in her life. Nobody wants drama. Nobody wants to wake up and then, face drama. It is not the thing for anybody. So when Naomi didn't want to come back into the palace and face drama, come back into the palace and, face one chaos or the other, that was when the Oni's father gave her a blank check. And what she said was, if she could not come back to a polygamous home, or if she could come back to a very peaceful home. And the Oni knew very well at that point that divorcing his wives will bring problem, because even when he gave them divorce papers some time back, we saw how those women paraded that if they want to discard them, Oni should be man enough to do it. They should not hide under the canopy of Naomi. Oni's father is a coward. He is hiding under Naomi to do whatsoever it is that he wants to do. During that time there was dragging, they did whatever they wanted to do, they did a lot of things, and every single thing went down. So as it is right now that all of us are looking into, Ooni has taken a fresh step, and this time around he's not concerned of what these people want. He's not concerned of what they perceive. He's not even concerned about what they feel. What Ooni is concerned about basically is for Naomi to return back into the palace and return back into a peaceful home. That is what the Ooni wants. He wants Naomi to return back into a peaceful home. So no matter the gbas, the gra they're doing in the palace now, it does not bother, neither does it move the Ooni. The only concern he has is for Naomi to return back into the palace. So my people, the whole matter can be now say Oni is in great celebration because Toby has failed at her own end. If only Toby could provide the Oni with a DNA test, Toby would have tied the Oni down. But Toby could not bring that singular thing. Toby could not bring that. Toby not bringing that has given the Oni a very big leverage over Toby. Remember that the Ifa chief priest have already told the Oni that he dare not accept custody of those children. Not even in his entire life will he do that. So now it has become a thing of fight, bus for between the Oni and Toby. I don't know, Louis Miriam, whom Oni is currently furious and angry at for making several attempts at Olori Naomi, is also in her own cup of tea because the Oni is not taking any single thing lightly with her. Yes, the Oni is not taking any single thing lightly with her. So right now, the Oni is in deep celebration because Olori Naomi herself wants to return back into the palace. Olori Naomi is not divorced. Yes, he is still legally married to the Oni. Those two are still married. And what according to what we keep seeing on daily basis, these two persons, aside being legally married to each other, they still love each other. Because the last time, that was last year when they started this whole thing of Naomi returning back into the palace, we saw how much effort the Oni puts into everything. We saw how much the Oni was doing at his best capacity to make sure that Naomi returns back into the palace. That was when he got to find out that Reverend Funke Adejimo even knew that Naomi was leaving the palace in December 2020, and he got so furious at her because the Oni began to feel that if only these women played their part in helping him, they played their part in in being helpful, then Naomi would not have left the palace. Yeah, so but during that period, Reverend Funke Adejimo came out to defend herself, because someone like the Oni, don't let him conclude on matters, because when the Oni draws his conclusion, you might not like the actions. Yes, that is the one thing about this whole thing. You might not really like the actions concerning the whole matter. So my people, right now we have seen how every single thing has taken a different shape. We have seen how every single thing has taken a whole new turn altogether. But it is because of what these women know, they hear what they would have gradually been in the palace, and Naomi would have returned, because Naomi did not make any demands this time around. Because in the midst of this whole chaos, this whole buzz, the only thing she came out to tell the Oni was, let me know who is staying and who is leaving, because Toby was coming into the palace and going out, Mariam was coming going out, Ronke was coming going out. Let's know who is staying and let's know who is leaving. That was just her concern. And from that point, Oni started serving them the court order, restriction order, and the rest, because he doesn't want drama in his life again. Mhm. My people, oh, they say wahala no go finish, and this kind of wahala e no dey finish true true oh, because the way this matter is going, it will not end the way everybody's expecting, but it will definitely end. Yes, we could definitely come to an end of this matter one day, and we'll see how every single thing will fall out, because these women gradually are beginning to be a proof that we will not stop, we will not stop. And this very attitude of we would not stop, we don't know how far it will take them. We don't know, because the only who is ready for them, the one is ready for them. And no matter what happens, this very matter in the palace, these women are losing. And the kind of jubilation the owner is jubilating now, it is evident that these women have completely lost already. Yes, it is evident that they have lost already. So my people, when they talk, say calm down, these women go talk, say we no go fit to now matter, you don't cast.